In 2025, Singapore is set to experience significant changes in its goods and services tax, commonly known as GST. Currently, the GST rate stands at 8%, but it's scheduled to increase to 9%. This adjustment is part of the government's broader strategy to enhance revenue and support social spending, especially in healthcare and education. Now, you might be wondering, why the increase? Well, Singapore has been facing rising costs in public services and infrastructure. With an aging population and the need for sustainable economic growth, the government has recognized that it needs to bolster its financial resources. This GST hike is expected to generate an additional 3 billion Singapore dollars annually, which will be crucial for funding various initiatives. But let's break this down a bit. The GST is a consumption tax, meaning it's applied to most goods and services. So, when you're out shopping, dining, or even getting a haircut, that 9% will be added to your bill. While this might sound daunting, it's essential to remember that the government has promised to mitigate the impact on lower-income households. They plan to provide cash payouts and rebates to help offset the increased costs. Moreover, the government is also focusing on ensuring that essential goods and services remain exempt from GST. Items like basic food staples, healthcare services, and education-related expenses will not see this tax increase. This means that while the overall rate goes up, the essentials that most people rely on will still be affordable. It's also worth noting that Singapore has one of the lowest GST rates in the region. Countries like Malaysia and Thailand have higher rates, so this adjustment is still relatively modest. The government aims to maintain a competitive edge while ensuring that it can fund necessary public services. Now, for businesses, this change means they'll need to update their pricing strategies and accounting systems. Companies will have to ensure they're compliant with the new rate, which could involve some initial costs. However, it's also an opportunity for businesses to reassess their operations and find efficiencies. As consumers, we should also be prepared for this change. It's a good time to review our budgets and spending habits. While the increase might seem small over time, it can add up. Being mindful of our purchases and seeking out promotions can help ease the transition. In conclusion, the GST rate change in 2025 is a significant step for Singapore. It's a reflection of the country's commitment to sustainable growth and social welfare. While it may require some adjustments from all of us, it's ultimately aimed at ensuring a robust future for the nation. Understanding these changes can empower us to navigate this new landscape effectively.